Hello everyone. So in yesterday's class we have seen the different topics, chapters. So we have discussed what are the contents of PUC 1 syllabus. So today we are going to start with the chapter Structure of Atom. Structure of Atom. Before knowing what is the structure of atom, so just look around what is there around yourself. So in concept, surrounding, what you can see surrounding yourself. For example, pen or duster, whatever you can see, paper, book. So what you can see around yourself. In concept, what you can see around yourself. So here I can see pen is there, duster is there, book is there, paper is there, fan is there. So what are all this? So this is matter, anything which occupies space. So for example, this is a pen. This pen occupies certain space. It is occupying space. So it has a mass. It has certain mass. So its presence can be felt. So anything that occupies space, duster. So this is occupying space. Anything which occupies space has mass whose presence can be felt is called as matter. So matter in lower classes we have seen what is matter as a definition ಏನಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. Matter ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ whatever is there in this universe, whatever is there. So pen, paper, duster, book, anything if you see it is all matter. Whatever you can see around yourself is matter. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. Air is a matter. Can you tell air is a matter? Yes, air is a matter. Air is a matter. Why air is a matter? Air it occupies certain space. Space occupied matter. It has certain mass. It has certain mass. And also its presence can be felt. So at present you're breathing, right? Your oxygen is intake of oxygen and you expel carbon dioxide. So you're breathing, so you can feel the air. You can feel there is presence of air. So air is also a matter. So whatever you can see surrounding yourself, surrounding, everything is matter. So matter, definition. What is definition of matter? How you define matter? What is matter? Matter is defined as anything that occupies space which has mass whose presence can be felt is called as matter. Okay, air is also matter, book is matter, pen is matter, these walls are matter, fan is matter, everything, whatever you can see around yourself is matter. Right? So, matter, for example, if you take this, assume this as a chalk anta ankodu. Chalk you finely divide it finely. So at the last you get a small particle. ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಫರ್ದರ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಫರ್ದರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಟೇಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೆನ್, ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಇಟ್, ಫೈನ್ಲಿ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಗೋ ಆನ್ ಡಿವೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಅದು ಮತ್ತೆ ಡಿವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಫರ್ದರ್ ಡಿವೈಡೆಡ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್? ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ atom. What is an atom then? Define atom. What do you mean by atom? Atom andre enu? The word atom means what? See, atom antandre, the word atom is derived from Greek word. It is a Greek word, atomio. Atomio. So, word atom is derived from Greek word atomio. Atomio. Okay? So, atomio andre enu? What is atomio? It is uncuttable. Uncuttable. Non-divisible. Andre atom cannot be divided further. Andre it cannot be divided further. It is the very smallest particle of matter. Yaude matter in the smallest particle is atom. It cannot be further divided. Matte adnu further divide madikagalla. So this is the fundamental particle of matter. It is the fundamental basic unit of matter. So what is matter? You know. Anything you can see surrounding yourself, anything which is there in this space, in this world is matter. The one which occupies space, which has mass, which is presence can be felt, is matter. This matter is a fundamental particle. The basic unit is atom. Atom is the smallest fundamental part of matter. It is called as building block of matter. Building blocks of matter. So atom, the word atom is derived from Greek word atomio. It is derived from Greek word atomio, which means, is the meaning of uncuttable, non-divisible, and further it cannot be divided. Okay, so matter, definition of matter, you understood? What is atom? Definition of atom, right? So history coming to history, the atom anodana, this atom, the existence of atom, its existence was being proposed in very ancient time only, 400 BC. 400 BC alli atom ide anta heli Indian scientist and Greek philosophers, Indian scientists, they ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು atom exist ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ long back in ancient time only they have proved that, they have said that about atom, right? Atom is nothing but it is the fundamental part of matter. So you have at the center you can see atom is a very fundamental part. At the center there is nucleus. At the center there is nucleus. Centrally nucleus irutte. It is dense andre heavy. It is surrounded by negatively charged particle. Called electrons. So this was being discovered long back only during ancient times. Okay, so but ಮತ್ತೆ further ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ many scientists came forward to study the structure of atom ಬಗ್ಗೆ study ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ scientists. What is the structure of atom? Atom ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, what is present in atom. So many models, atomic models were put forth. Different atomic models are there. So different theories are there scientist John Dalton, first he put forth his theory. Atom ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. He studies about the atom, the structure of atom. So that theory is called as Dalton's atomic theory. So Dalton's atomic theory. So we'll see now Dalton's atomic theory. Dalton's atomic theory. I'll write now heading Dalton's atomic theory. So Dalton's atomic theory. So I was telling that John Dalton in 1808, put forth a theory called as Dalton's atomic theory. So John Dalton he proposed what is the structure of atom hegirutte. So he put forth a theory, atomic theory. So our theory is Dalton's atomic theory. So according to this theory, what does this theory tell? Dalton's atomic theory. In 1808, John Dalton put forth a new theory called as Dalton's atomic theory. According to this theory, a matter is made up of indivisible, cannot be divided further, indivisible particles called atoms. Atom ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೂ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ indivisible, cannot be divided further ಅಂತ particles ಇರುತ್ತೆ, the fundamental particles. So that fundamental particle is called as atom. So all matter is made up of atom. All matter is nothing but it is made up of atom. So this atom cannot be further divided. So second postulate ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ according to this theory, second postulate, if you see any element, ಯಾವುದೇ element ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೂ that element contains identical atoms. For example, carbon ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. So charcoal, if you take charcoal, so this charcoal has identical atoms. ಯಾವುದು? Carbon. So charcoal ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೀ carbon atoms ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So it contains identical atoms, carbon. So if you take any element, carbon element ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ it contains only atoms of carbon, right? So these atoms are same. ಎಲ್ಲ atoms ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? Identical ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Properties similar ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Identical mass is also same. So carbon is an element. Here carbon is an element. It contains identical atoms. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲ atoms ಸೇಮ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Identical mass will be same of all those atoms. Okay? ಈಗ ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ is another element, different element. Oxygen allೂ ಕೂಡ atoms ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Oxygen element. In this also there is atoms. So all these atoms of oxygen are identical. So they are identical. Adar mass identical irutte. But if you see compare ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಮತ್ತು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಇಂದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ, ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇಂದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಬೇರೆ. So carbon ಇಂದ atoms is different from atoms of oxygen. So they differ in different elements. Atoms differ in different elements. ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So they differ in different elements. Clear? So this is elements contain identical atoms, whereas elements of two different elements contain identical, andre they contain different atoms. Okay? Compounds according to this theory, Dalton's theory, compounds ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ when two different elements, when two different atoms combine together, they give compound. ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, carbon is one element, carbon is one atom, oxygen is a different element, oxygen is one atom. Atom of carbon, atom of oxygen combine to give carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide. An atom of carbon, an atom of oxygen combine to give carbon monoxide. Carbon monoxide form ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. This is compound. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು atom ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ elements into atom combine ಆಗಿ you get compound. What are compounds? Compounds are nothing but they are formed by two different atoms. They are formed by two different atoms, combined by two different atoms in a definite ratio, in a fixed ratio. Okay, so these are compounds. So these compounds how form agutte? How compounds are formed? By rearrangement, reorganization of atoms in a chemical reaction. Chemical reaction alli atoms rearrange agodrinda compounds form agutte. So these atoms in chemical reactions, this can be neither be created nor be destroyed. This is called as law of conservation of mass. ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಇಟ್ ರಿಮೇನ್ಸ್ ಸೇಮ್. ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸೇಮ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಲಾ ಆಫ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಸ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ವಾಸ್ ಪುಟ್ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಬೈ Dalton. So this theory is called as Dalton's atomic theory. Clear? So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ Dalton's atomic theory ಅಲ್ಲಿ certain drawbacks ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಡ್ರಾಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಲಿಮಿಟೇಷನ್, ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಯಿತು? ವೇರ್ ಡಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಫೇಲ್ಸ್? ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಡಿಮೆರಿಟ್ಸ್, ಡ್ರಾಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಏನ್ ಡ್ರಾಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿಮೆರಿಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದಿಸ್ ಥಿಯರಿ could not explain, ಏನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ could not explain frictional electricity. Frictional ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ. So if you take two stones and rub, there is a generation of electricity. Electricity generate ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So when you take glass ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಫರ್ ಇಂದ ರಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಸಿಲ್ಕ್ ಇಂದ ರಬ್ ಮಾಡಿ. So there is a generation of electricity. ಇದು ಹೇಗೆ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಯಿತು? What is the main reason for that? He could not explain. So this theory could not explain generation of electricity. That is called as frictional electricity. This theory failed to explain frictional electricity. So ಇದು ಒಂದು demerit. See, this is one of the demerit. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು second demerit ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ in this atomic theory, John Dalton could not explain subatomic particles. Subatomic particles ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ atom ಅಲ್ಲೂ particles ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Inside atom also there are particles. So subatomic particles. Inside atom also there are electrons, neutrons, protons. So these are called as subatomic particles. It is also called as fundamental particles of atom. So inside atom, so there are electrons, negatively charged, positively charged protons, neutral neutrons. So there are there inside atom, but this theory did not give any evidence for subatomic particles. So this is one of the major drawback of Dalton's atomic theory. So with this, Dalton's atomic theory ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಸ್. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಯರಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಯರಿ, ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಸೈಂಟಿಸ್ಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಥಿಯರಿನ ಪುಟ್ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.